We don't know if it's a good deal. We don't know if it's a bad deal. But one thing that we know right now is that there is a deal on the table. That the assistant police chief has also been contacted and told that there's a deal on the table. So I'm sure that the Minneapolis Police Department will act right, and there will be no raid when there's a deal on the table. Don't you think, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. So we are proceeding from that understanding here, so that Rosemary can go back to living a semi-normal life.
Yeah.
While she's busy working with our attorney and trying to figure out the deal. But we all have to watch this very closely every day, every hour, to continue to make sure that you're on Twitter, that you're on our websites, that you're on the phone tree, because if for some reason this deal changes, we go back to the original plan of holding this property. So, and there's all of us should take pride in the fact that this deal is back on the table, because it's if it wasn't for both of these organizations, who will never get any credit at the end of the day, and the religious community and several different individuals that are here, this wouldn't be happening today. And no, this struggle hasn't just happened since Friday. We've been in this fight since February, trying to hold on to Rosemary Williams' home. So that's something that we have to remember. So with that, I just want to now turn it over.
All right, thank you, Sherry. Our next speaker is going to be Mick Kelly from the Minnesota Coalition.
Sisters and brothers, the reason that we're here today talking about the fact that GMAC is returned to the table is because of you, and it's because of Rosemary Williams, and it's because of all of us in the community who have come together and said enough is enough, that this is the place and this is the time where foreclosures and foreclosure-related evictions are going to be stopped. We are at the locus, we are at the center of a national movement where people are standing up and saying no. The banks got bailed out. These people have billions. Our situation can be addressed, and the foreclosure crisis that is tearing apart communities can be addressed. That it would be addressed through having a movement. And again, it is because of the effort of so many who have done so much. Really. You know, the other night we were sitting here and we thought actually a police raid was imminent. There was actually no doubt in my mind, Sherry's mind, the minds of many of us here. And today we're still here. We're still saying that we want an agreement that keeps Rosemary in her home. And any agreement that does that will be a victory and a success. Thank you very much.
As always, thank everybody for coming, and without the whole community here and the organizations, this would not have happened. But because of you, we now have a national movement. And so this is a good thing. Linda couldn't be here today. She's fighting hard and heavy now with us. She had to go to work. But, you know, people are coming forward, and people are beginning to stand up for what's right and keep their homes and fight to stay in them. So I just want to thank everybody for believing in this justice piece and supporting it so that other people can keep their homes, because it's millions of us going through this. And this is about millions of people, and as the pebbles been thrown in the ocean, the ripples are going out and out and out. And it's just because us coming together that this has happened. We can do so much with numbers coming together like this, and just continue to reach out, tell people that aren't involved yet to come out, get involved. Got a call from St. Paul yesterday. A brother wants us to come over there and help them fight for their property. So it's helping, and it's just because people coming together. We can really make a difference. So I just want to thank everybody. Everybody's tired and worn out. Get rest, take care of yourself, eat eat some good, nutritious food, because there's a lot more fighting to do in this community and in this entire country. Thank you for coming out. Say a few words?
Hi, my name is Jenny Estime. I'm running for City Council Ward 8. And I want to say, like Rosemary Williams just said, thank you for everybody for coming here today, and thank you for being here all this time. Unfortunately, we don't have our city council that are currently the city council right now and the mayor. I think this is in the hard time where we need people that are in office to be standing here with us. Because this isn't happening only to Rosemary Williams. This is happening to many homes, many families are being destroyed. So I think this is a critical issue, and this is an issue where we need everybody to stand with us.
And then another speaker with an announcement. Then we're going to wrap up. This is Reverend Lauren McGrail.
Can I speak from here? I want to actually speak in front of this sign because this says a lot here. Rights for beings, not for banks. I think that that is a deeply theological statement, and it's a true statement. And this witness is what I would call this standing with, sleeping in, and being with Rosemary and all the people facing this is a very important stand and I guess victory today. And having been part of that prayer service and knowing and joining the people who had already been here working, it does feel that there is some shift and change here. Gandhi talks about in nonviolence resistance that one of the goals is to show the teeth of the oppressor. And you do that in part for the oppressor, him or herself, to see how horrible they have become. I'm not entirely sure we're at that place, but the teeth did come out and the people did speak up and some people did get moved, and for that there is a victory.
Thank you.
This morning, she said yesterday 40,000 people showed up to have their loans modified.
Wow.
Yeah, so, I mean, people are doing this around the country. People are getting help, and we can get help here. Our people in Minnesota should be able to get help too. There's no reason why they can't. Please come out Saturday, bring dogs, cats, children, people in wheelchairs, veterans, everybody, because everybody's being affected by this. We've got to get this word out to the people. The more people come, the more banks and mortgage companies will have to back up off people so that people can remain in their home. You know, this statistic is like the Depression. The only thing that's keeping people afloat is credit cards. Because in the Depression they didn't have credit cards. But once the credit cards are overloaded and can't be used anymore, people become homeless. And they're living in the streets, under the bridges. We have a horrendous population of teenagers now that are homeless because they can't go into shelters with their mothers because they're too old. So we've got to, things are going to get worse and worse. The criminal elements are going to set into our communities more and more. We're all going to be more at risk, but we can stop it. So please mobilize, go back to your churches, call churches even if they're not yours. Get on the phone, pressure them, call City Hall, call all these elected officials, Amy's office, Cullen Block, Keith Ellison, the state capitol. Just keep bombarding these people with calls daily. And I just want to thank you guys again. And come on up, babe. These are my grandbabies coming back So anyway, just a funny light story to lighten things up. The sheriff came. Come on, Tata. John and Grandma. When they came, he was like, come on, baby. They were here and my daughter got real upset, and so please try to push this one out the door, and he said, no. And he grabbed, hi, honey. And he's okay, here she is. And he grabbed the policeman's leg and wouldn't go out. So.